Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Zvezda. So this is a 1/72 scale kit, and it copies Russian 8x8 armored personal carrier, which is called as a Bumerang. And this is a completely new plastic which copies this, I would say, modern Russian vehicle, and we have a chance to check it with your help. So actually your donations made it possible to purchase this kit, and we will check it in this video. So first of all, I have to note that this is a commercial sample which I bought in the model shop, so you will get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review. And box art here is quite nice. I really appreciate that Zvezda keeps making quite interesting images for their kits. Here you can see comparison with my hand. Next, on the side here you'll find some safety advices and also paint numbers. Note that there are 195 parts for a 72nd scale vehicle. This is quite impressive, and finished model will be 11.7 centimeters long, so it's not that huge model, but parts count is still impressive. Here you can see 3 other kits in the same scale. Some of them were reviewed on our YouTube channel, so you can find it easily just by typing the kit number. And here on the rear side you can see also the pictures of the finished, or I would say assembled plastic. It's not painted, and it's really good because it shows you all the necessary, I would say, features of this vehicle. And as usual for Zvezda kits, this one is sealed with a tape, so I'm going to open it and we will take a closer look together. Just give me a second. I will cut through with a knife, and this knife is quite sharp, so that's why I'm doing it off the camera, just not to damage my fingers. And in the meantime, let me also remind you that you can support us with donations in order to make reviews such this one possible, so that we can buy some new interesting kits to be reviewed in the videos. And you can do it with a huge red button on our website. It's done via PayPal, so it's quite quick and safe. Or you can support us via YouTube directly. There is a join button somewhere there, and you can decide which tire you will pick. So you can see that there is a sturdy brown cardboard box inside, and here's what we have inside. So all frames are separated into several plastic bags, and straight away you can see vinyl tires, which is not that cool, but that's a 1/72 scale kit, so maybe it would be possible to live with it. And as I said, all sprues are packed into sealed plastic bags. So I'm going to open them right now, just give me a second. We are going to start with this one, and obviously here you get turret parts, so let's zoom in as much as we can. By the way, small reminder that this review is shot in 4K quality, so you can check parts in a high definition. So here you can notice that the whole turret should be assembled out of separate panels, so pay attention while building all this stuff together, because it will definitely depend on the overall fitment and alignment, and it would be a shame to miss, let's say, some problem on this, I would say, quite visible part. And meanwhile I'm inspecting the vinyl tires. And it is quite interesting what we have here. Just let me show you the sprue from the opposite side, and now we move it aside and we check the vinyl tire. Maybe I will zoom in as much as I can, and I will show it like this. So here you can notice that we have some features on the tire walls. So on the vinyl parts we have some features, and here you can see the tire. It is also quite convincing, and by the way, their size is not that huge because it's a 1/72 scale set, so that's why we have 8 tires. As you remember, it's 8x8 vehicle. And next we proceed with another plastic bag, so just give me a second to open it, and we will take a closer look together. By the way, this bag is a bit more filled with sprues, and there are no other bags whatsoever, so that's the final plastic bag, let's say. First of all, we have 2 identical plastic frames. Here they are. Let's zoom out a bit, and I will show you only one because they carry the same set of parts, so no need to show the same stuff again and again. But here we have suspension parts, as far as you can see, wheel axles, also wheel rims, And the overall suspension should be quite detailed. As you can see, we have shock absorbers here, we have axles here. So it's just a matter of installing all this stuff on your vehicle and maybe exposing it somehow. Of course, we won't have a fully articulated suspension on this model, but still it looks quite impressive, and honestly, some 135 scale kits are not as detailed as this one. And next we proceed with the lower hull section. So this one is molded as a single piece part, which is rather surprising, I would say. So here it is, you can see it closer. And I like what is pre-molded here, and I hope that overall fitment will be good, because otherwise it will be just a tricky thing to work with. But again, all pre-molded features look quite nice, and here you can see it in comparison with the size cage which I have on the table. I am just checking the biggest sprue in this kit, that's why I'm a bit confused, but let's place it here and take a look together. So zoom out first. As you can guess, here we have all the, let's say, necessary panels for the main hull section or for the top hull section. Again, these are separate panels which should be combined here and there, and I suggest we zoom in as much as we can so that you can check a bit closer all these panels. Note that some hatches are pre-molded, so you won't be able to do a lot with them. And here you can see tiny handles. I know some modders like to replace them with the metal wire, so it will be up to you whether you would like to or not. By the way, these are headlamp protectors. I thought they will not be included in this vehicle, but they actually are included, which is quite good thing that Zvezda decided to pay attention even to such tiny things. Here we continue with the top hull section. Note that all engine deck covers are pre-molded, so you won't be able to do much here. Next we continue with various minor elements for the suspension and lower hull section. Here is the rear armor wall, again with pre-molded door. And here we have side armor panels. As you can see, they're molded as a single piece parts, so that's a really cool thing which will help you with alignment. And here, by the way, you can check these parts from the rear side. We have some guiding elements as far as you can see, so it should be relatively easy. Next we continue with decals sheet. So here it is. We have full number registry, we have also these special lines for the parade, so it will be up to you which marking option you choose. I guess there are several of them included. There is a small note with various safety advices, nothing special I would say. Next we continue with a marking guide which is printed in color. So here is the first marking option, and here you can see the second one which was used on parade, as I said before. And I think there are a lot of photos available with this version of the tank with this marking, so I mean of the carrier, so it will be up to you if you would like to replicate it. Next we proceed with assembly manual, so maybe I'll close the lenses a bit, and it comes as a black and white brochure. We have some short history note and safety advices on the first page, parts map, and then we have to do it like this. Here we start assembly process with a turret. So as you can see, you have to combine various separate panels in order to get this turret. It's quite thin. And next we proceed with rocket launchers and start working on the top hull section. And here we proceed with this glacis plate, which is molded separately. We also install various elements on the lower hull section, and as far as you can see, it is assembled all together, so pay attention to that. And note that even on this stage we still do not have wheels installed, which is rather unusual, I would say, because here you can see we work on the suspension parts. And then on the last step here you can see wheels installation, which is rather, I would say, credible sequence of the assembly steps, and some modders will actually follow it, and it will make it easier to paint all the parts. By the way, note that clear parts are not included here, which is also quite unusual, but you can replicate it with your own hands because the clear parts are not huge here on this vehicle. So of course I will be happy to hear your opinion about such a list. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye!